Today I'm going to grind out those welds and drill holes and to mount the battery box and start sanding everything out here and getting it ready for paint. But before I get into that, I want to show you a couple other things. So I got my water pump pulley here today. Thank you, Rick, for steering me towards it. It is, I don't know if the part number shows up on there or not, but it is a C5AE and then it's an 8509C. And this pulley is in really nice shape. This is the way I got it. And what's odd is a lot of these pulleys I would find like on eBay or on the internet, they're $50 to $120, and I'm not prepared to pay that for one of these pulleys. And Rick sent me an eBay auction, and it had a make an offer on it, and I offered the guy $30 for it, and he took it. So I got the water pump pulley. It's exactly the same as the old pulley. Same, I don't know if the numbers show up or any on that or not. But anyway, it's the same part number, exact same pulley, without the damage to it from the rusted out belt. I did the rough grind out. Now I'm going to do it with just a regular disc grinder with maybe a 50 grit on it, and then I'll hit it with the DA. Yeah, and I'm standing in the engine compartment here. There's no real place where I can set the tripod up. If I set it out here in front of the car, it doesn't even come close to showing what I'm doing. And if I set it in the car somewhere here, I'm in the way, or it's in my way. My dad was asking me if I could show doing some work on it, but yeah, it's just not possible. There's no room for the camera. So I gave it all a quick grind, and that's going to clean up pretty good when I get the DA out too. And I gave that because the coolant, that freeze plug rusted out and dripped in there, and it caused some minor pitting. So I wanted to grind that out. Got that looking pretty good, the holes welded in. This is what I'm using. It's got a 24 grit, just went down and raided my stash of estate sale discs. All the stuff that I use, sanding, grinding discs, are from estate sales. So I'm not going to video much of this. The dust is getting kind of thick in here, and I don't want to ruin the camera, so I'm going to pack the camera up, and I'll do a little video as I do it. I'll get the camera out and do a little video. Yeah, that's a messy job, but it's cleaning up. I'm going to take these off tomorrow so I can lube up the heater motor and sand all this out. I think the rest of it I'm going to have to do by hand. I did with the machine everything I could easily access, and I did the inner wheel wells, and there's no light, but I can show a little bit. It cleaned up pretty good. It's black paint on there. Once all that dirt and stuff cleaned off, it's literally black paint. And so I'm going to sand what I can't get at by hand. And I didn't hit the firewall with wire wheel because that, it's kind of like a porous stuff or, rough stuff on it. I want to keep it kind of the way it came from the factory. I think that was sound deadening stuff that they sprayed on there. I don't know. I'm assuming. And I just want to leave that alone. I'll paint it, but I'm going to be very careful cleaning it up. And getting in here by hand and sanding all, and I'll probably do some more of this with the machine on the front here, but then I'll have to get all the little nooks and crannies by hand. That's going to take probably 2 or 3 days to sand everything out, and to where I can paint it to where it'll last, where I won't have surface rust coming back through it in the future. I want it to last, longer than the car's been around right now. It'll outlast me. And but it is cleaning up good. What I did, I have my bug sprayer. That's just got water in it, and I use it as a fire extinguisher when I'm welding or using the plasma cutter. And what I did was I sprayed down the frame and stuff and got it good and wet, and then hit it with my angle grinder with that stiff wire wheel, and that cleaned it up without making a huge mess. That worked out really well. So, you know, I mean, there's still black paint on that underneath where a lot of that stuff is just dirt. It's not really, it's really nasty, crummy, dirty. So anyway, it cleans up easy. Sanding it out by hand will you know, it'll take all this off. And then it'll feather everything out nicely, you know, and so you don't see it. Because if I painted it now, you'd see everything here. All that stuff will telegraph through. It has to be sanded out good. And I washed this, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. And I used a couple different masks. And you can see my face. It's pretty dirty. So you can see a date code there where it was stamped. Obviously from the other side, that's the back side of the date code. Same there. And an L on that, where that control arm goes on the right hand one. I don't know, you know, this may be a short video, but that's just the way it is. So I'm going to call it a day and go in and get all the stuff off of my face, you know, take a nice long hot shower. So if you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to see this engine compartment all prettied up and that pretty 352 that's covered up over there back in here running, subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching.